truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. Call one like Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kapadash. Double understood the elder apostles of the great Muslim. Well, and as always, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And as you can see, they putting pressure on my man, Kyrie Irving, because he's one of the athletes that's he's not falling for it as far as the juice, and they're trying to put the pressure to him. They even got other sellouts. You got that old tame lion, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He came out trying to virtue signal and send little shots at Kyrie. Urging him to basically comply and bow down just like he bowed down. All right? And, he's a hypocrite because, he used to portray himself as this conscious figure, because he's Muslim, which we all know the Most High is not dealing with no damn Islam. But, he's always portrayed himself as a man that's, conscious. He said, certain remarks about certain players, Michael Jordan. But here it is. He's being used to get other, younger Jakes in line to bow down, So that guy, he has no fight in him. He's an old tame lion. He's crouched down as an old lion. All right. But, nevertheless, this is what's going on. And, once you see what's going on, the Lord opens your eyes to certain things, you make yourself a prey because, Esau, he has an agenda. So when you decide to, go against the grain, you open up yourself to be attacked. All right. And I quoted Isaiah 59:15. When you read it in the New Living Translation, it tells you, it basically says anyone who renounces evil is attacked. And that's what you're going to see, especially if you're a celebrity or entertainer, you hold some, kind of influence, and you're going against the grain, this devil will try to make an example out of you. So right now, this is what they're trying to do with Kyrie Irving. All right, and you can see the headline. This is from Rolling Stone. It says, the NBA's anti-vaxxers are trying to push around the league, and it's working. All right, and they're trying to avoid getting that shit because I'm pretty sure they're paying attention, man. Their eyes are open. They're looking around, man. So that's why you're seeing some of these guys, they're opting to walk away. All right, and I'm not gonna read this whole article, but I'll leave a link to this in the description box, but you can read so you can see what they're trying to do to him, And right now, he's trying to stay and remain private. He's not trying to talk about it too much, but you can see that he doesn't trust this devil, which means that he's, he actually has his senses, man, which a lot of people that's falling for this shit, they don't. All right, the scriptures tell you, and let's get that. I always bring this out. This is Proverbs 22 and verse 3. And it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And because you have a mind of your own and you're being, prudent, you're being sensible, you got sense to see that this devil is not to be trusted, you're trying to, protect yourself. And this devil, he sees that as you going against the grain, you going against the narrative, And all of a sudden, when you do that, that means that all of a sudden you're causing harm to other people, And that's what that dickhead, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when he, found himself virtue signaling, against Kyrie, he was pretty much painting a picture as if, this guy's going to be liable to cause harm on his teammates. He said there's no room for players who's willing to risk the health and lives of other teammates. Really? You have to be healthy in order to actually play in the league.
If you sick, I'm pretty sure you're not going to be playing out there like that. So it's beyond that, This is all part of the agenda, man. All right? And this devil's going to use other sell-out wicked jakes to pressure other jakes. And it's always been that way. All right? Hey, Jeremiah 5, let me get that. Among my people are found wicked men. Yep, Jeremiah 5:26 says, for among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait, as he that set of snares, they set a trap, they catch men. All right, and Esau, he has his, traps and snares, but he knows that Jake doesn't automatically trust him like that, so he knows to go to these prominent jakes that have influence and use them to set those traps for him. So these sellouts, this is what they do. They lay wait, and they set traps and they catch men. It says, as a cage is full of birds, so are their houses full of deceit. Therefore they become great and waxen rich. In other words, they sell out for the bag. They know that because they're compromised and and their soul is gone, they have somebody to answer to. They have handlers. They have to do what they got to do in order to maintain their lifestyle, their celebrity status, the wealth that they have. This is what they have to do. Instead of having integrity, man, they're not willing to suffer with their people, like we always go into concerning Moses. When you go to Hebrews 11 chapter, let me go to that real quick. They don't have any integrity whatsoever, man. What I say about Kyrie, even though he, because I think he knows about the truth, but he doesn't have the fullness or the complete understanding of the truth. He might have misinformation here and there, but one thing we do know is that dude's eye is open, man. All right, so they're gonna really put the pressure on him. This is Hebrews 11 and verse 24. It says, by faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. And that's what a lot of these compromised individuals, that's what motivates them to continue to sell their people out, because they want to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. It was that First Timothy, the 6th chapter. It talks about those that be rich falling into foolish lust and temptation. Because all they care about is their own pleasures. They that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare and into many foolish and hurtful lust. And we know it says that for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, so on and so forth. So that's our people. That's why they sell out. It says, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach Yahawashi greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. And that's integrity, man. And also that's faith, which a lot of our people don't have. Faith is barren in these last days. And they're trusting in the shadow of Egypt, man. They're trusting in the damn beast. And when did your enemy ever have you at heart, man? This is the same devil. I've always conducted experiments on you. All right, treated you inhumane still to this day. Why would you trust him now? But that's our people for you. So let me go real quick to Maccabees, because our people that's joined with this beast, this devil, they're gonna try to influence others to make that covenant with the heathen. It's what they did in the past, is what they're gonna do now. Everybody's coming back in their lot. First Maccabees 1 and verse 11, and it says, In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. All right. So, in other words, let's make that agreement, and let's do what the king told us to do. Because right now Esau is their king. That's their Caesar. All right, that's their God. He's the God of this world. That's blinding the minds of our people that don't believe in the truth. And therefore the Lord gave them over to strong delusion that they should believe in a lie, man. All right. So, we're going to see what happens with Kyrie Irving, if he's going to fold under pressure and give in, or if he's going to, continue until they, do something to him. Because, you can't, eat of, the dainties and the, the gifts that this devil gives you, and then turn around and bite the hand that feeds you. All right. So something's gonna give, man. Either he gonna make that sacrifice and something happens, and the Lord maybe even convert the dude, who knows, or he might just give in. All right, you already know that clown LeBron James, that Freemason, they're gonna use him. They saying that he might appear to a pro juice public service announcement. So they're probably gonna use these guys to influence others, to try to convince you, and it's probably gonna influence those other ball players who ain't been shot up yet, to go ahead and do it. And you see that they sent, they sick that good old boy, that old tame lion, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, to try to basically get the young bucks in line. Bunch of sellouts, man. But hey, that's they're of the world any damn way, man. That's why we are not of this world. If we were of this world and we spoke of this world, then the world would hear us. But we're not of this world. All right. And that's why the Lord said, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. All right. You love the world, you're an enemy of the Most High, man. Because the fashion of this world is going to pass away. All right. So they're gonna put the pressure to dude, and they're gonna attack him. But we're gonna see how far that go. Okay. Because the pressure is on, man. This devil, he wants this motherfucker want to put his venom in everything. All right. And matter of fact, I got striked this morning, so I'm not even able to put up on the active channel that I've been posting on. That channel, I had no strikes at all, and then now they just gave me a strike on a video. So now I gotta post, my lessons on my other page, the one that got 2 strikes on it. So there's more than likely where that's gonna be going to GMSVegasSitdowns 144K. So I gotta be very careful, man. But this devil, he doesn't want the truth to come. He's constantly getting exposed left and right. So of course he's gonna try to cover himself. He don't want the truth to come out. So this is where we at with it, man. He's coming down with his great wrath because he knows that his time is short. And it also tells you in Daniel the 7th chapter that he would wear out the saints, because that's all he's doing. Any jake that's against the narrative and they're not with it, he's harassing, man. He's really trying to force you. Let me get that in Daniel 7. Yeah, Daniel 7:25, it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. And that's what Antiochus Epiphanes did, or going back in his time. And his reincarnation is back today. All right, we believe that he might very well be peddle sleepy, creepy Joe. All right. It says, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times in the dividing of time. All right. When you look up that word to wear out, it means to constantly harass, man. All right. The word is bala. And it says, when used only in a mental sense to afflict, wear out, to wear away, wear out, to harass constantly. And that's what he's doing, man. He's going to continue to harass you, even if he's using other jakes to do it. To get you to fall in line and bow down to the image of the beast, man. All right? So that's what he's going to do. He's going to wear out the saints. And this shit is getting tiresome, man. That's why we cry out to the Heavenly Father. How in the hell could you not sigh and cry, man? Seeing what this devil is doing. Looking at the conditions of the world. Looking at the conditions of the people, man. The Lord said, who shall rise up for me against the evildoers, or who shall stand up for me against the workers of iniquity, man? This is all the works of iniquity. All right? So, we long for this devil to be put down, man. Because we sick of this shit. All right, Psalm 7 and verse 9, it says, oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just, for the righteous power trieth the hearts and reigns. My defense is of the Most High power, which saveth the upright in heart. All right, and he is our defense. He's gonna defend us, especially when this devil, try to come down. Like it tells you in Isaiah 59, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Lord's gonna defend his people, man. Really, his elect. All right, that stood up for righteousness. Those men who are sighing and crying, they're gonna have that mark of exemption, the Tawah. All right, it says, verse 11, the Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High power is angry with the wicked every day. And you see every day what this devil is doing. He's purposely destroying the supply chain. He's making sure that people starve. He's giving people life-changing ultimatums. Having people lose their jobs, man, their line of work. That actually helps sustain, their life. So this is what he's doing right now. So the Lord's going to, even though this is judgment on the left-hand side, watch what the Lord's going to do, man. All right. So anyway, I just want to go into that. This is dealing with the Kyrie Irving situation. I saw that the elder Manatazak, he did a lesson on it, and this is kind of, my response. And this article's from Rolling Stone. So Lord will, I'll try to put the link in the description box, so you can see the narrative that Esau's throwing out there. All right. So anyway, I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor to Bahasham, and to the next lesson. Shalom.